This quote is often attributed to Plutarch, speaking of Alexander the Great. Now, it's technically a misquote, but there is not a more fitting quote for the legendary Minecraft clan that we will be talking about today. During a period from 2022 to 2023, the most dominant clan on 6v6t were the undisputed champions of this era. No other clans would attempt to take this #1 spot, and any challengers have been lost to history. This clan originally got their start on the oldest Anarchy server in Minecraft, and during my research for this video, I was fascinated not only by their origin, but why they ended up eventually leaving, letting the throne for top clan stay vacant. This clan, Colonizadores, otherwise known as the Colonizers. They might not be remembered quite like Alexander the Great, but for those that play 6v6t, they should be. Back in 2020 on 2b2t, a player by the name of Chris decided to open a paid Minecraft shop, where players can pay real money in exchange for Minecraft items and kits to help them survive. Chris realized that they needed help if they were going to properly grow the shop, so they recruited the players Carlox, Andre, Shleda, 7CJ, and Rupa to help expand. After a few weeks, their shop reached over 500 total members and was making close to $200 every week. However, a few months after opening, due to some internal conflicts between the sellers, the colonizers' most important stash was raided, and over 40,000 shulkers full of items were lost. After this event, many of the colonizers stopped playing on 2v2t, but remained friends and continued to play other games together. 2 years later, Chris, Carlox, and 7CJ wanted to try playing on an Anarchy server again. First, they joined 8b8t, another 2b alternative, and started a clan with the same name. However, after only a short time, realizing that the player count of 8b8t was too low, the group decided to move to the most popular 2b alternative, 6b6t, as it had more active players and was steadily growing to be the main rival to 2b's dominance in the Anarchy list. The trio officially started their clan again, and the colonizers made sure that this time they would successfully mark their name in 6v6t history. In August of 2022, one of their first server innovations was when Carlox programmed a delivery bot that was the first of its kind on 6v6t. After running a command, players would either get a bot that traveled to them by baritone or teleport requested them to deliver important items. This type of bot is very popular now, but the initial technology to get them to work was programmed and tested by the colonizers. A few weeks later, the colonizers realized that 6v6t was going to hold its first illegal items event, where they could get bedrock and create their own spawn logo that would last forever. The logo was built by bots using printer mods over the course of a few days, and quickly became very notorious in the 6v6t community, but it wouldn't last. A few days after completion, 6b added a plugin that player-placed bedrock could be broken by hand to prevent infinite traps and permanent griefs. After this plugin was added, the community quickly started to destroy the bedrock logo. The logo was 250,000 blocks in total, but because it was incredibly prominent at spawn, it was destroyed in a matter of days. After the bedrock logo was destroyed, the clan realized they needed to come back with something stronger, with something that would last even longer than bedrock. The group decided that for their next dominant logo, they would again build it at spawn, but this time would end up taking over 13 million obsidian. This was not just the largest logo on 6v6t, but one of the largest of any Anarchy server in Minecraft. After the logo was built, over a dozen different groups tried to grief it, But the original 3 colonizers came together to defend the logo for weeks at a time and successfully prevented it from being griefed. The colonizers started to shift on projects still related to 6b6t, but not inside of Minecraft itself. Rather, they created a statistics website for 6b to accurately track player data. This data is still available now, located on the official website. In addition, they also created massive 2D and 3D renders of 6b's spawn to allow for a stronger overhead view of the area. At this point, the colonizers were the top clan on 6b6t for almost 5 months straight. But in October of 2022, many members decided to take a break due to, in their own words, lack of competition. 5 months later, in March of 2023, 6b6t updated to version 1.19, being one of the first Anarchy servers to do so. The colonizers decided to rejoin the server and almost instantly started dominating again, announcing their return in a YouTube video that also showcased some of their most major projects. Just 4 days after rejoining, they discovered a duplication glitch which they later automated. This would be known as the Toro dupe, and involved a player getting into a boat with a chest and duplicating the shulkers within. This dupe was so effective, they actually just started giving away free items at spawn. Toro dupe was eventually patched, but a few days later, the colonizers discovered Toro dupe version 2, this one involving an item frame. Of course, after V2 was patched, they discovered V3 using a grindstone, and eventually also pioneered the infamous donkey dupe. The clan was brute forcing duplication methods and having much success. After updating their delivery bot, in April 2023, their Discord reached 6,000 members, and 1 month later in May, it was 8,000. For reference, the official 6b6t Discord had just 10,000 members, so to say this was the most popular clan on 6b is quite the understatement. In July of 2023, the colonizers collaborated with 6b officially to hold a community event for tracking map data, becoming the first clan to work with 6b6t directly. This event involved a real-time map website that would update player information without revealing their coordinates, and allowed for a massive real-time map of spawn to be drawn purely off of player data. Some of their final projects involved a 6b chat website and publishing an extensive map art gallery. Specifically, this map art gallery had thousands of maps created by the community and was published to showcase what map arts existed on the server. But after all of that and a few final projects, their Discord server eventually reached over 10,000 members. Shortly after, the colonizers again decided to take a break from 6b6t and haven't had any major projects since. Now, what you might have noticed is that in this video, I didn't talk about any major conflicts the group had other than the one at spawn. The reason is, they didn't run into very many conflicts. The colonizers were uncontested during their time on the server, and any clan that tried to challenge them was quickly put down, and there are no longer any references to them. The reason the colonizers left is because they were simply too good and just got bored. Ultimately, the colonizers' time on 6b6t is remembered fondly as some of the most active and successful players who dominated spawn and the community, and whose reason for departure was because they were so dominant that other clans didn't even try to compete with them. It's only because the colonizers left that we get modern 6b6t clans. The colonizers were known for their massive spawn logo, multiple dupes created, real-time render websites, animal-themed bases, bots with over 50,000 kits delivered, and extensive map art gallery. They truly were the most powerful clan on 6v6t. And if they ever come back, maybe they can reclaim that title.